Guys, and there's no doubt today we're going to talk about Na'Vi. So it has been announced yesterday that Funnick will be replacing Art, and today that Kuroki from Mouse Sports is going to be replacing Light of Heaven, and Funnick is from Empire. So huge news, really, to one of the most stable rosters pretty much anywhere in the world. They've been together for over a year. And it's a big shocker for all the Na'Vi fans. It's probably one of the most followed group, the most followed team there is in the world. And such a change is pretty damn big. But there are a couple of, well, you can say that we saw it coming, at least a little bit. So Art and Puppy didn't really get along. There were problems between the two of them, and if one of them would leave, it wouldn't be Puppy, because Puppy, let's face it, is a much bigger personality than Art was, and he's much more crucial to the team, so he's gonna stay, and Art left. So that was the first thing. Art left. Funnick coming in. Funnick, very, very strong player from Empire. Kind of weird that he'd leave Empire, because Empire is doing amazingly so far, but he wanted to go to Na'Vi, and we have to respect his decision. And today, Kuroki from Mouse Sports came in and replaced Light of Heaven. Now, this one is a bit weirder for me, because Light of Heaven, and Art as well, but Light of Heaven has been one of the most consistent players for Na'Vi. I'd say that the less, well, that was a big blam, less consistent players for Na'Vi are Puppy, that sometimes, well, if he doesn't get a hero, he used to not get a hero that he's good at in the jungle, and then he's just not consistent. And Havost as well there were sometimes shoutouts of him being not the best carry player. So Light of Heaven is really, really, really stable in the Na'Vi roster, and it's weird to see him go. He's going inactive for 2 months, so his future is really uncertain at this point. I'd love to see him come back, but we'll see what happens. And for now, we get Kuroki, which is a great player, and Funnick, which is another great player. And hey, I'm excited. We've already seen yesterday Funnick play. Pubwatch as well yesterday covered Funnick and Havost playing together, messing around with Dagons. So you should catch that if you missed it. And it's an exciting time. I'm really excited to see how they can make it work in the new roster, and it's different players. I mean, they also fill different roles. Art is usually support. Light of Heaven is the solo off lane, and Kuroki and Funnick can fill those roles, but we'll have to see how exactly they manage to do that. And hey, well, let's wish them all the best and really interesting, exciting times. I think this can work. I really think this can work. I don't like Art was obvious for me, and again, I don't really like Light of Heaven leaving, but we'll see what happens in 2 months when he return, I guess, because they said it's only for 2 months. We'll see. That's about it for me. Something about Dota. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Laters.